Hey there everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Rama, and in today's video we're going to be talking about what I consider to be the most underrated business in Grand Theft Auto Online for earning money. And that is the Garment Factory. Now, a lot of players already know the amazing quirks and features of the Garment Factory, like the fact that you can store the terabyte inside of it and equip it with bureau tech, which then allows you to use the terabyte like the master control terminal and mess with all of your other businesses. This is huge. And the fact that you can then request a terabyte wherever you are and use this to automatically resupply your businesses, it's massive, and that alone already makes the terabyte one of the best purchases in the game, whether you're a beginner or a veteran. But I think what a lot of people forget about this business is that it also has the ability to earn money and a lot of quality life improvements compared to other properties. A lot of businesses, if you want to earn money with them, you have to walk over to your computer, right? This is the case with the agency. If I want to earn money doing security contracts or the Dr. J VIP contract, I have to go over to the computer and then I have to log into the website like every other business. But that's not the case for the Garment Factory. You don't actually have to even be inside the Garment Factory. On your phone, when you purchase this property, you'll get a app called Darnell Incorporated, and pulling up this app, as we can see, it allows you to access the page to start up any one of the files wherever you are, whenever you want. And this is really, really cool and incredibly nice. So we can see that there's 4 different bounties, I like to call them. So you have the black box file, we have the brute force file, the fine art finale, and the project breakaway file. Now, all of these pay around $150,000, and then weekly you have one that'll pay you $316, or, it'll be double. You'll be making $300,000. Once a week you have a file that's worth double, and then apart from that you have the normal files. Now today we're going to do a normal file so we can get the base payout, talk about how much money you can earn with them. So we're going to start up the fine art finale, which pays you $150,000. The thing that's really nice about this business, as I said, is that you can access it from wherever you are. So we're going to start with the EMP charges, and we're going to see how long it takes me to do all 3 of these and the finale in today's video. So the first thing that I want to do is get rid of, well, I guess I can request my Sparrow, but I want to get out my Oppressor Mark II because the Oppressor is obviously the fastest way to complete these missions. So I need to check if my Oppressor is destroyed because it wasn't inside of my terabyte, and if it wasn't inside my terabyte, it might be destroyed. So let's call Moore's Mutual Insurance, and maybe it's not destroyed. I don't know. Oh, there you go. Claim all. Okay, yeah, I did see terabyte in the list. I don't know why it took so long for Moore's Mutual Insurance to pick up there. Sometimes they're pretty quick. Sometimes they're not. But for this first mission, we have to go over to La Puerta, and we have to get the EMP charges. It's a very, very quick mission. Most of these missions are really quick. And the other thing that's really nice about them is they're beginner friendly. So whether you're a veteran or you're a beginner, they're really easy to do. For this mission, the Sparrow is actually great because all we need to do is kill a bunch of people with our homing missiles. So we can see there's a couple people left which we have to kill. There you go. We got this person there. And then we got one more person who I'm hoping that our homing missiles will hit. There you go. So once we've killed everybody, we can land our helicopter right here. And then we just need to lower the container. So we need to walk up to this and press the button here. There you go. Container gets lowered. And now we're going to climb up this. And we're going to make our way over to... Is it... Actually, no, that's right. So I do have to open it here. Okay. So now we just have to open this container. And boom, now we have the EMP charges. That is literally as simple as this first setup gets. It should not take you more than 3 minutes to do on average. So now we just hop back into our Sparrow, and we have to go back over to the Garment Factory. That's it. So let's head back. You can see that we do have some enemies that are going to spawn on us, but like, who cares? They're not going to do anything to me. So yeah, we just fly back over to the Garment Factory, and we're done with this first setup. Alright, so now that we made it back over here, we're just going to hop out of my Sparrow really quickly and plop right into the Garment Factory. So that's the first mission complete. Now that we're here, I'm just going to go back onto my phone, and we are going to start up the next setup, which will be the approach vehicle. This one is also a really, really quick mission. All we have to do is steal a helicopter from the LSIA airport. So we're just going to hop back into our helicopter, and we're going to fly over to the airport. One little fact about this mission, you can actually enter through the roof of this building, which is something that a lot of players don't know. So we can see here, the game's going to want me to enter the hangar, and if we land my helicopter on the roof of the hangar here, there we go, You'll notice that there are doors. Is it over here? Yeah, there's 2 doors here. And we can just run through these doors. And then just kill the one person that'll be around this corner here. There you are. Kill him. And then we can hop right into the hangar. So we don't have to fight any of those people outside. It's a much faster way to make your way through this mission. So now that we're here, all we have to do is we have to destroy these... I don't really know what they are. Control panels? Yeah, control boxes. So we just have to shoot these control boxes. There's a couple more. Is that one over there? I don't know if that's one we have to destroy. But we got 2 more. Let's see. We got one over here. So let's shoot that one. There you go. And then we have one more, which is up here. So let's pull out my gun. Let's bop you, and then we can destroy this. So now all we have to do is jump down and kill ourselves. You might say, why did you just do that? Well, the simple reason is because it's actually faster to kill yourself. It's going to spawn you right in front of a helicopter. And then you can just run into the first helicopter you see. I think this one's the Maverick. And then we just press the accelerator, and boom, we're out. So now we just have to bring this helicopter back over once again to the garment factory. Again, super fast mission. I'm at 7 minutes on my entire recording today, and that's paired with the intro that took me about 2 minutes. So we're at 5 minutes so far on today's video, and we're already almost like 60% of the way through this setup. So we just have to land the helicopter on the roof, just like that. There you go. Oh, I need to press the stash button. I always forget to do that. I don't know why you have to press the stash button, but there you go. We've stashed the Maverick, and now we just have to leave the area. So I'm going to jump off the roof. I wonder if we die, if it counts that as leaving the area. Let's see. Probably not, but it'd be cool if it did. Oh, it did. Okay, that's pretty nice, actually. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to Service Vehicles, Terabyte, and we are going to request my Presser Mark II. And while that's on its way, we're going to then go back onto the phone and do the facial recognition job. And then we can just run over to my presser, because my Sparrow's still on the roof of the building. And then what we can do is we can go to Service Vehicles, Kosatka, Return Options, and return our Sparrow. Pretty easy stuff. We only have to go 0.5 miles for this next setup. And again, you can see how nice it is that I don't have to go physically back to a business to start this next job up. So this one here, we just have to kill a couple people, blow them all up. It's really, really easy stuff. This is why homing missiles on the oppressor are so nice. There you go. So all of them are dead. And then we just have to run to the back of the felon here. Open it up. And I think it's the drone. This is what this mission is. Yes, the surveillance drone. So we're going to steal the surveillance drone. Then we're going to hop back onto our oppressor, and the game's going to have us go to a set location. Now, there's a couple different vantage points that it could be. Sometimes a vantage point is over at the hotel over here. Sometimes it's further back, all the way at, like, Pacific Bluffs Country Club. And this one is a mile away, so pretty close, everything considered. Just going to fly our oppressor over there. But yeah, in general, you usually don't have to go too far for this mission. And by the way, this is the last setup, and then we just do the finale. So, like, I think you're starting to understand how quick and easy it is to do these missions. So let's head over here to the vantage point, and boom. Let's stop our oppressor, hop out, and let's go right up to this spot. Let's deploy the surveillance drone. And then for this mission, we have to find a dude in a red outfit. So we just have to fly our drone over to this building here, and we have to find the target. There he is. So we just got to scan the target's face, which takes just a second. Yeah, ignore the drone literally like 3 feet from you. You know, totally fine. There you go. Target scanned. Now we can exit the drone. Here we have it. And now we can just hop back on our oppressor, and I think we just have to leave the area. That's literally as simple as this mission is. So let's hop on the oppressor. Here we go. Leave the area. And pretty far away. Done. Okay, so now we just hop back onto our phone once again. And we do the fine art finale. So that's it. We're already doing the finale. Something that's always been a little stupid to me for this specific finale is that even though I have an oppressor, which I could fly to the roof of the building, I have to use the helicopter that I stole to then take the helicopter to the roof of the building. It's a little illogical. I don't always understand Rockstar sometimes. But maybe if these missions are for beginners, it makes sense because not every player has the oppressor. But I do feel like they should have made it so you can fly your own personal aircraft or vehicle there if you have access to one. It's kind of crazy, though, how I'm already on the finale, and it's only taken me 8 minutes to do all the setups. Like, usually it takes me about 12 minutes to do the fine art finale from start to finish. Everything, the setups and the finale included. And you're going to see why. This finale is a really, really easy one. Now, sometimes getting the bonus payment can be a little bit tricky, but we're going to try our best here and try not to alert anybody. So, let's head over to the roof of the Maze Bank office building. And we just have to land our helicopter right on the roof. Oh, that's not what I wanted, but perfect. Okay, helicopter's on the roof. Now we just have to pull out our SMG and walk over to this guy here. Hello, good sir. Okay, kill him. Doesn't really matter if he shoots at you or not, because he doesn't alert anybody inside the building. So now we just have to hop on to the hacking device. This usually takes just a minute or two. I think it's the top one we have to start with. Nope, it's the bottom one. Okay, so we just have to align the circuit. It's really easy to do this, and it should not take more than like 20 seconds at max. It's a really, really easy hack. Now that we finished that, we're going to be able to enter the building. So let's do that. And now we have to actually try and be a little bit stealthed. So we have to take out a bunch of guards here without alerting them. You're going to see they're going to be walking around. There you go. Here's the first one. So I definitely recommend to use a suppressed weapon for this. There you go. We've taken one guard out. And then we got one more. Okay. He almost got a shot out. I don't know how that actually missed. That shouldn't have. So let's head back over here. And we have to plant the EMP charges. This takes just a few seconds. I gotta sneeze. You ever have like that moment where you have to sneeze and you're trying really hard not to? Ugh, I have like that sneeze urge right now, but I don't want to sneeze all over my camera while I'm in the middle of this video. Alright, let's head over here to the last EMP charge. And that's done. So that's like half the mission already completed. Now we just have to head over here. And we have to take out this guy in front of me. He's dead. And then as we make our way down the stairs, you're going to see two more people right here. So we got to shoot you and you. And then we have to go a little bit further, more down, over to here. And this is the part of the mission that sometimes bugs for me. I mean, what the game wants you to do is enter this next room undetected. But it's literally impossible to do that. So we're just going to try our best and hope that we can complete the mission. So open the hatch. And then let's run into here. Let's kill you, kill you, kill you, and you. Okay, so we've killed all those people. We need to walk right here. And, alright, let's take you out. The hidden room is going to be right under this table. So we just have to walk up to this table. The button's always going to be placed here. And then that's going to open the hidden door. Ooh. And then we walk over to this keypad here, which we have to hack. It's going to be a fingerprint hack, just like the Cayo Perico heist. So, let's pull out our phone. Fingerprint Cloner version 1. Alright, so we just gotta do a quick hack. There you go, the first one's done. And then we got one more. That looks good, and done. It's pretty easy to do these hacks, as you can see. Now that we've finished the Fingerprint Cloner, we have to steal all of the targets. This is really easy to do. So, pull out the card, you're going to see this door here opens. And now, what you want to do is you want to steal the secondary contents first. Even though the game says steal the Tiki statue, when you steal the Tiki statue, it's going to bring like a nerve gas out, and the game's going to, it's just not going to let you take the other two targets. So steal the other two targets first, and then you can steal the Tiki statue last. So here we go. Take this, grab the statue, and now you're going to hear like the beeping or whatever. So we're going to go over here. We're going to eat some snacks so we don't die. There's going to be some enemies that spawn in front of us. There's one there. Oh, come on, reload. There you go. Guess our gun ran out of ammo, but doesn't matter. We're going to leave the penthouse now, and we just have to, I think, go back to the garment factory. It's literally it. It's a pretty basic mission, everything being considered. Now, we're not going to exit through the roof. So usually what I like to do is I will kill some of these people here. I'm going to get into the Corvette. Then we're going to go to health and ammo, snacks, and we're just going to spam snacks as we drive through. I don't really need to worry about these guys, so we're just going to keep driving and eat some more snacks. We're going to leave the area by a little bit, and then I'm just going to go to manage vehicles and request personal vehicle. This is going to spawn my Oppressor Mark II right near us. And there you go. We got my oppressor Mark II. So now we're just going to hop onto the oppressor, and we're going to fly this over to the buyer, because it's obviously much faster to use the oppressor. We just needed to use the coquette to get out of that little area. But that's it. That's the finale. I'm at 5 minutes and 40 seconds just for the finale's recording. So yeah, you add everything together. As I said, it took me about like 7 minutes to do the setups, 5 minutes for this. It usually takes me about 12 minutes in total to do everything, the setups and the finale. And in return, you make like $200,000. It's a pretty good payment. So let's head up to the observatory, which is usually where the game wants you to go. And you can see why I'm calling out my oppressor. You can also use the Sparrow, by the way, so you're not gate kept by personal vehicles. But yeah, let's head right over here. And, oh, okay. I thought I missed the checkpoint, but looks like I did. So that's it. Done. This is why I consider this to be a really underrated business, because the amount of time it takes for you to earn money is really, really short. And the missions are fun. Not to mention you have the weekly priority file, which will pay you $300,000 instead of the $150,000. So here we are. We can see if we completed all the optional objectives. And yeah, enter the penthouse undetected. I don't know why that one doesn't work for me. Somebody can let me know in chat if I did something wrong. But if that one had been completed properly, we would have earned about $200,000. And if you're doing the weekly priority file, you would have earned about $350,000 to $60,000 for something that is incredibly fast to complete, right? If we pull out the calculator really quickly, let's see. Let me pull out my calculator. So if we do basic math, 12 minutes, so 60 divided by 12 means that we can do about 5 of these an hour. Multiply that by about $200,000 earned, and you can earn about $1 million an hour doing these missions. That's not even adding in passive income. And the thing about this property is you don't have to swap lobbies. For those of you that don't know, every time you change lobbies, it pauses your passive income for like 15 minutes. So if you use this mission and this way to earn money, because you're pulling out your phone and you're not actually swapping lobbies, it's really, really easy. And by the way, this is without adding the weekly file. So at the end of the day, I do think the garment factory is a really, really underrated way to earn money. I think it's one of those businesses that a lot of players don't really think about, you know? They think of the Dr. Dre VIP contract, and they think of the Cayo Perico heist, but $1 million an hour is actually just as much as you can make with the Dr. Dre. So if you're a beginner, get your hands on the Garment Factory. It's an amazing property, and it's going to get the job done. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to smash that subscribe button down below if you did, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.